Hi, welcome to StatStuff. I'm Matt Hansen. In this lesson, we'll review the lean concept of the 5S program and how adding these 5S actions to a process can help improve and sustain efficiency. There are no prerequisite lessons for this particular lesson, so we'll begin by defining what are the actions within the 5S program.
Well, 5S is basically referring to 5 different actions, each of those actions beginning with the letter S, and those actions are used for creating a work environment that helps expose different areas of waste or errors in the process. So here are what those different actions are. First, we start with sort, that is cleaning or organizing a work area. Now this is basically like keeping only the tools or items necessary and in working order within that area. Anything else that's not used should be removed or stored away. And also helps promote a safer work environment and helps eliminate any clutter or confusion if you have too many things there. Next is set in order. That's putting everything in their proper place and where you create a system to make sure that it stays that way. That's like defining and labeling the location for all those necessary tools or equipment. For example, you can have labeling of your tools, or if you have the tools hanging on a wall, you can have shadows on those tool boards so you can see which items are missing or where the different items need to go. And also marking shelves, all those kinds of visual cues to help keep things well organized. It also helps promote efficient and effective retrieval and return of those items in order to get the job done. Next is shine. That's like daily cleaning of the work area. That's ensuring that the area remains clean, keeping it organized, or else it's going to return to the way that it was. And while daily cleaning, it's a way of also making sure we inspect the tools or equipment that we're using to make sure they're in proper working order. The next one is standardize. It's basically simplifying the practices for the new work environment. So it's defining a simple or attainable or some sort of consistent instruction or description that helps ensure that the work environment stays in order. And this can include different types of visual management, for example, signs or posters or banners that might be displayed to help let everyone know what those standards are and remind them of those. The last one is sustain. Basically, it's following up to ensure sustainability, and that is like using training or visual management to make sure that all the employees are educated about the new work environment standards that are being set. Also, it's aligning the 5S actions to the performance measurement for employees, so that way they can be accountable for the new standards that are being set. Now, if you don't have any of these 5S actions in place within your process, it could be indicative of actual waste within the process. So it's a good way to use these as a guide for finding some of the 7 deadly wastes. As well, if you're trying to implement a new, improved area of a process, then the 5S should at a minimum being used to help sustain the changes for that new, improved area of the process. Because if they're not used, then again, you might have your original process go back to the old way it was, and you might lose the efficiency you hope to gain in that improvement.
All right, before we close this lesson, let's discuss how we can apply some of these concepts in a practical way.
We'll begin with trying to identify at least 3 different processes that you interact with on a regular basis. And then look at the 5S actions in light of those processes and ask yourself, first of all, which of those 5S actions do you think may be missing from each process? And what do you think the potential opportunity is if you were to add those 5S actions to each of those processes?
Well, that wraps up this lesson. Check out StatStuff.com for many more resources that can help you achieve powerful results. I'm Matt Hansen. Thanks for watching.